What's up, guys? Let's talk about Bitcoin. This will just be a quick update today. We're going to go from the 4-hour chart and down. So to recap what we're looking at, we had some move up off the bottom. Maybe this is a truncated fifth, whatever it is. Maybe this is the impulse. Doesn't matter too much. We could have some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type move. Something like that. That is a 4-hour impulse. You can see that as we turn positive on the 4-hour. Looking at the daily, we didn't turn positive until a little bit later. But this move, this initial move, was a 4-hour impulse up, and to correct that, we had 1, 2, and potentially 3 MACD flips into the red. Let's take those back off. So we have a structure like this, some kind of running flat most likely, and then like either a 1-2 or a basing pattern behind it. Potentially an A, B, C, D, E triangle, running triangle, where the A is short. It doesn't matter too much to me. Fact is, I see this as an impulse. Let me make this blue. And I see the move behind it as a correction. And I see the move up behind that as an impulse. Now in this impulse, this new impulse, we ended it by taking out the trend. You had higher lows all through here. You can count this one or not. I don't care too much either way. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. That was taken out right here. So we know that this impulse up is complete. It's also broken the trend line, and 4-hour MACD flipped red. So all three of those things suggest that impulse up was complete. Now we're correcting that impulse up. We expect it to be a similar correction to this one in terms of getting the 3 waves of correction on a 4-hour chart. So what do we have going on here? Let me just use some lettering. Got an A down. If you look down here, we had an A down. B stayed positive on the 4-hour MACD, and C flipped red on the 4-hour MACD. So we would expect it's likely for the B to stay positive on the 4-hour MACD. Now we got really close here to flipping, but didn't quite reach it at this point. Still possible for it to continue down, but personally I think the low is in for now. But we have the A down confirmed with the red MACD flip. So that is one wave of correction. We have our first wave of correction behind an impulsive move. Time-wise, we're getting pretty long here. Let's measure the time of this. If we're calling this the correction, it only took about 21 days. From the top here to where we are now, it's taking about 12 days. So if we're going to take similar time to this one, we should be more than halfway complete. Technically, we would be, as we'd be looking for the completion of B and then a C. So what are we still missing? We have, let's go down to 1 hour. Let me take this off of here. We have a move up, which is a 1-hour impulse. That ended when we turned red here. So now we have an A here. Could B complete, could B be complete, and even C Possibly, because we do have this. I think there's a good chance that these 1 hour flips here are internal waves of B. So we have a lower degree. Let me redo this. We have a lower degree A. Could this be B? And we're looking for C up at this time. This is very possible. But it's also possible that this is not complete at all. That we have something more like this, with an A down, a complex B, and a C before another move up. I do think this is running towards the upside. But you can see here, 3 waves confirmed on MACD would make an A up, a B down, and a C up to complete this B wave. So we would be looking for an impulse similar to this one out of the B of B. I'm out of degrees to show you that. But essentially, I'm thinking we could make something like this before seeing an impulse up of this degree. I'm going to pull it from this pivot here. I probably shouldn't. Let's pull it from here. Since this low broke that, I'm going to go ahead and pull it from there. So we could see a move up like that. Now this is getting pretty stretched. If this is all A, B, C, this is getting to be a pretty stretched structure here, as in A, B, C. So that's something that we'll have to watch. Maybe we don't move this high, maybe we come down a little lower here. I would prefer to keep these higher lows intact. We did take out this one, but this higher low remains intact at this time. So we would be looking at a large running flat like this, which is what I've been talking about for quite some time. You would have a move down here. So we've got an hourly red flip. We would need to see hourly flip back positive to confirm A, B, C. The A internal wave here went positive. So we want to see it flip positive here and then flip back negative here before going positive. On the 4 hour, we want to see red here. Once we see red here, we can look for a flip back to the positive side on 4 hour, and that suggests we're starting a major impulse out. So let's just take a quick measurement of this. I'm going to measure the A wave down. And then we're going to measure how high out of it we went. First of all, we don't need the lines extended. So we went past 1.5, potentially right to the 1618. Just past that too. So between these two levels. How does that compare to the move we had previously back in here? we measure this, it's a little more extreme, for sure. This was quite a wick. Actually, I would like to test this wick on other exchanges. But note, even the C here, A down, we got the red flip. B, we got a red flip. That's on 4 hour. And then we got a final red flip here before flipping back towards positive. But if this is A up, B down, C up, it fell short of this target. So we could see that again now, where we fall short of this range, the same way. I was going to measure something, I forgot what that was. But that's the point. We could see something a little weaker coming out of the backside of this. Doesn't have to come up this high. And in fact, these could both truncate a little bit. This one could be a little short, and then this one could be a little short. But I would still want to maintain these highs here. For me, this is pretty extreme, but it is possible given the strength of the trend. I would expect this is not as high as that 1618 either. Essentially 1375 is what we're looking at. Which is probably pretty close here. Potentially got to the 1.5. Nope, not quite. Just short of the 1375 there. So that's what I'm watching for now. I think we are still maintaining this structure at this time. I don't see any reason to believe that we're not. Same thing I've been tracking for a couple of weeks now. Once this is complete, we have a high probability long on this backside. We just have to watch and see where this might land. For me, I think this is a high probability zone where we've had support there before, resistance, resistance, and now it's starting to act as support. Back test it one more time for support and take off from there. You can see this level has acted as relevant for quite some time. Here, 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 there, here. So I think that's a quite relevant zone where we could find support for a continued move up. I am in some longs now. I will plan on closing those on any sign of weakness up here. I'll be following the trend up with a stop loss and close on weakness. And I'll be looking to rebuy this zone on another back test. And the expectation is a move up of similar degree of these others. All right, guys, that's everything I got. Let me know if you have any questions. Just leave them in the comments here on YouTube or hit me up on Twitter.